potential Butter skin game of the round. However, Rowett borrowed Alex Ferguson's airdryer at half-time, made no changes, and a proper Birmingham side turned the tie with goals from Novak and 2 from Thomas. Blythe's goalie comes under fire from the Blues banter brigade as he's berated through the second half, but he gets a rousing round of applause at full-time. Let's hope he took it in good faith. Carson Young refused bail and the Football League still haven't formally replied to my emails. At least I did get a phone call from the FA. This week I shall campaign them again. I may pick Thursday to do it. 4th round FA Cup draw live here tonight. Can we get them from across the expressway at home? Remember that Carling Cup quarter-final? Or will it be another Blues away day? The dreaded January window opened on Saturday and a derisory offer of 1.5 million comes in for Bournemouth for Damari Gray. Shove it. That's what we've told you to do, and that sends out a positive message. Randolph in talks and Morrison signed up on a 3.5-year deal. Is it all looking up for the Blues, as we would have taken this position to be in by New Year when the season started? Next up, Wigan at home. Don't expect 24,000 to be there, though. And let the chess tournament begin. Just a New Year being a Blues fan. Well, a very happy New Year to you all, one and all. Chris.
Good evening.
Compliments for the season, my dear friend.
And the same to you.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
I'm liking the hat.
It only seems like 5 minutes since we was here, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it?
I say I'm liking the hat.
That's how much I've missed you. Oh, I've got my Peaky Blinder hat on today.
Yeah.
I bought it for a tenner from the club shop. Tenner.
Really?
That ain't bad, is it?
Nah.
£10 man from the club shop. Yeah, it's got the Blues badge on the side.
Yeah, right.
And I could actually sleep in it, to be perfectly honest with you.
I don't think you look stupid.
Great to have Ollie back in the studio again tonight. Welcome, Mike, my friend.
Hi, Nick. Great to be back.
Good. You know, you're right. It is great to be back. It is great. Chris Pugh should have been here, but he's late.
No.
Hope he picks this up on the download tomorrow, and when he's listening in his car or wherever he's going. He will be here very shortly, and we're going to give him some stick when he does. You know, He has phoned in though. He's phoned in. Bless him. Oh, hang on. The door's open. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Chris Pugh.
Right on cue.
I was just talking about you. How are you?
Not too bad, yourself?
Yeah,
Happy New Year, everyone.
And Happy New Year to you as well. Did you have a good Christmas and New Year?
Yes, it was nice and quiet and relaxed. Yeah.
Was there anything quiet about Boxing Day?
No, that's true. Yeah.
What about yours, Ollie? How did it go?
Yeah, it was great, thanks. Yeah,
Time with the family and all that?
Yeah, I've been away at uni, so it's good to be back with the family and everything. So.
Yeah. Okay, so as we do usually start off with the solemn bits at the beginning of the Tilton Talk show. It's not all that solemn, but I just want to pay a personal respect to my dad, who passed away 2 years ago tomorrow. Bless him, rest in peace. And he knows that I always look down at where we used to stand when I was a kid. And if it hadn't have been for him holding me hand going up that Coventry Road back in the day, I probably would never have been a Blue fan. So thanks, mate.
Absolutely.
Thanks, mate. And also 2 years, Chris. Yeah, I know that's gone so quickly. I was actually working in the club at the time, and I got the message at about 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, and I said to the gaffer, I said, like, my dad's just passed away. He said, well, sure. I said, well, no, we won't. We'll carry on, mate. I'm not chucking this lot out into the streets at that time in the morning with no music. No, so we just carried on and then got on with it, and hey-ho. But also on a positive note, congratulations to my grandson Zachary, the little Zachary, today on his first day at school. Bless him. So, you know, there's always positives there to negatives, isn't there? Yes. All right, that's my personal stuff over with. Right then, Christmas and New Year, what do you get up to, Ollie? Don't say I had a pizza. It's all right. It's an SRB joke. It's okay, mate.
Right. Well, I went to the games, not the Blythe one, but I went to the other games over Christmas.
Okay.
Got on with my uni work, and that's about it, really. Didn't really do much, a bit boring, but
yeah. What about yourself, Chris?
Yeah. Well, just a break from work, really. So took it easy. Worked the Derby game and.
Yes, the Derby game
and everything. So, yeah, just a nice.
And yourself, Chris? Oh yeah, you've been poorly, Chris.
Oh, I was poorly, very poorly.
What, Christmas Day?
Yeah. I wasn't too bad on Christmas Day. I managed to eat a little bit, but yeah, I was quite poorly. Yeah, a stone and £2 lighter. But there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because you had a shave, no?
I went to bed on a Sunday and I got up on Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, I do that every week.
Oh, that was ill.
After a weekend of work,
I can believe that. The amount of whiskey you drink.
Oh dear. Right, okay. There's been some very strange goings on. The draw for the FA Cup is about to take place, so we're going to catch up with that and give you those details very shortly. But there's a guy called @GeorgeThunder96 on Twitter who's tweeted tonight: if Blues get Villa, I will go to college naked for a week. George, be very careful what you wish for. Be very, very careful when
11 and 10, is it?
well, we're number 10, yeah.
Oh,
Could we get the draw up on computer screen so that we can...
I was hoping it was going to be on.
See where we're going with it.
On the ITV player, but it's not on.
Is it not on there?
It's on Match of the BBC.
Oh, is it BBC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll get it up in that thing.
Right, ladies, any news then, Chris, while we're on?
Not for Blues really. No, it's obviously the mid-season break for the development squad over winter, and the girls haven't gone back to training yet. The full team. Man City are flexing their financial muscles
Surely
again.
not.
They've signed Sarah Wilshire, who was playing at Yeovil last year.
All right.
But she's a Welsh international. Someone my girlfriend knows quite well, actually, and she's a really good nippy player.
Right.
So I think she'll bolster their attack. And I know it won't be the last England player that international player that Man City are looking at as well. So.
Well, the balls are in the... what would you call that, Chris?
Pot.
It's almost like an upside down, old fashioned
It's like a drum.
spinner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Off a washing machine.
I know what you mean. Yeah, spin dryer. Spin dryer. First number is
first out, number 2.
number 2. Southampton or Ipswich.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
We ain't got that. Versus 5, Crystal Palace.
Oh, don't.
Let's get rid of the ball.
That's a bit of a mundane kind of draw. We don't mind about that one.
Yeah.
And next out, number 26, Cambridge United.
Yes,
Home draw.
I'll have that.
We'll have
I'll
another
have
Blues away
Cambridge,
day.
yeah. Lowest rank in the...
Versus number 30, Manchester United.
Oh, what a draw for them.
That's a cracking draw, isn't it? For them?
Love
Yeah.
it. Don't you just love the FA Cup?
Man United.
Brilliant.
Man United having a nice little run to the final there. Yeovil away and Cambridge away.
Definitely, yeah.
Right, number 4, Blackburn Rovers. Will play. I don't fancy this one.
No.
Not really.
Number 14,
No.
Swansea City.
What number are we again? 10.
10.
10.
Yeah.
10 and they're 11.
Oh dear.
Number 10. Come on, let's have it.
Wolves and
Let's have
West
it.
Brom
Number
are
11
still
still
in
in there. Number 27, which is Chelsea getting a home draw. Surprise.
Yeah, go on,
eh?
we'll have that. We'll have the money off them. Get knocked out and have the money.
No, number 19, that's Millwall or Bradford.
Oh, Chelsea, Millwall.
Yeah,
Still Blues Villa left there.
still in.
I mean, is that 8 drawn now? That 8 been drawn?
Number 20,
1 in
which
23
is
chance.
Derby County getting a home draw.
No, we don't.
don't
We don't
want
that one.
that.
We don't.
Don't want
We got them in the rehearsal away.
Yeah, no.
Did we?
Yeah.
Number 24, Scunthorpe or Chesterfield.
That's a nice draw.
Yeah.
Blues Villa still there.
Yeah,
1 in
yes, they are,
21
man.
chance.
Come on.
Got a chance.
Let's
Got a
have
chance.
it.
And the baggies still
Let's have
there.
it.
1 in 21.
Number 31, which is Preston North End.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
We'll
that.
have that.
No way.
It's round the corner from Warrington for me.
29, Sheffield United. So that's quite a northern
League
kind of
One,
draw.
League One side in the next round.
We're still both in there. Stoker in there as well.
Yeah.
1 in 19.
Number 10, Birmingham City. Here we go. Come on. Can we do it? Can we do it? Please, let's have them.
Number 11. Number 11.
Let's have them.
Number 11. Number
They're
11.
playing number 9. Oh,
That's all right. That's all right.
West Bromwich Albion. Oh.
That's all right.
Nice
Yeah, we'll have that.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Well, that's going to be a full house, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the top tier.
Oh, it's a Villa now.
Number 11, Aston Villa.
That's
They'll have to play
home.
these on separate days.
Man City.
Surely have to play these on separate
Man
days. With
City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man City.
12, AFC Bournemouth. Now that
That's
ain't
not
going to be
easy.
easy for
Yeah,
us.
that's
That
not
ain't
easy.
gonna
No,
be
it
easy.
isn't. No.
difficult.
No.
That's not easy.
That ain't
for
going to
them.
be
It's
easy.
going to be a
for
game
them.
and a half.
Team that can score goals
Bournemouth
against a
will
team
fancy
that can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 15, I think that's Cardiff.
That's
Yeah,
Cardiff,
Cardiff City.
yeah.
We'll play number 13, Reading.
Nothing draw.
No.
Nah.
So Stoke, Bolton, Sunderland still all in there. Arsenal, Man City. Number 6, AFC Wimbledon or Liverpool. Of course, they're playing this evening.
Yeah.
Straight after this draw. We'll
After
keep you
a
updated
few,
on
it's
scores for
gonna
that
be
one.
Liverpool.
We'll play number 16, Bolton Wanderers. Don't think there'll be too many Bolton fans overjoyed at that one.
Liverpool will be happy with that. Win tonight home against Bolton.
And number 18, which is Burnley or Spurs. They're also playing tonight, aren't they?
Yes, they are,
Yeah.
We'll play number 23, Leicester City.
There's not many exciting games left there.
Arsenal and Man City still.
Arsenal, Man City still in
Yeah.
the draw, yeah. Number 21, Brighton and Hove Albion.
Chris Hughton.
Yeah, of course, yeah. We'll play number 1, Arsenal.
I like that.
Chris will.
Yeah.
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 almost done now. Number 8, Rochdale. You watch them get Stoke. Or Man City. We'll play number 3, Stoke City. I did tell you. So Doncaster still in there. Man City, Sunderland, Fulham, Wolves, Everton, West Ham and Middlesbrough. Number 17, Sunderland. And of course Bristol City is still in there as well. We'll play 22, Fulham or Wolves.
That's at Sunderland.
That's at Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah, the last four then.
Fancy Sunderland.
Number 32, Doncaster or Bristol City.
Yeah.
Man City.
Man City.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Might as well.
We'll play 25, Middlesbrough.
So if
Sorry, Everton or West Ham.
Everton or
West Ham.
Man City got Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Where's it going to be at though? And the last draw out then is Manchester
So-
City versus Middlesbrough. And there we have it. There we have it. Interesting stuff. Okay.
You got to fancy him for that, Man City.
Well, that's Birmingham City then at home to West Bromwich Albion. How do you feel about that one, Ollie?
Well, it's good, as you were saying about the gate, and get some money. That's good for that.
It's a financial boost for St Andrews at least, isn't it? You know, that's going to be...
Not only that as well, it could have an outside chance of being on TV. Be a tasty game to
Yeah,
put on
thinking
TV.
about it, yeah.
Derby, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, thinking about it. Yeah, the All Blues derby.
Yeah.
But then, of course, with Aston Villa playing at home as well, surely, you know, there's a Cobra meeting going on now.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, it'll be
Saturday and a Sunday, I would have
Blues,
thought.
Villa and West Brom fans. All
Exactly,
in the
all in
Yeah.
the city centre at the same time. That surely,
That won't
for
happen.
safety reasons can't happen, can it?
Some squeaky
No.
bums at Still outside.
I would actually say that that's not the worst draw in terms of progression for us, because Tony Pulis with the FA Cup,
Yes.
with the situation that West Brom are in the league at
He
the
would
moment,
he would far prefer
if they're
a Premier League
if
position.
they're still bottom half of the table, I think they're going to be focusing on the league. It's only 3 weeks away, isn't it? So they can't climb
Absolutely.
up that much
No.
in the league. So if they're still in a pretty precarious position,
Do you know something?
Then it'd be interesting.
I think Gary's probably gathering his players together now. I think they're probably together now, and he's sitting around. Now is your opportunity.
Yeah.
You've now
Yeah.
got a Midlands derby to go at. Go and get it, mate, and
Yeah.
take it to them. What are we going to be frightened of?
I think it'll be a stronger team.
Oh,
He'll probably
yeah, I
put his
certainly
strongest
think so.
team out for this one. You know, like you say, with a decent crowd at St Andrews, they'll want the best team out.
Do you think? Right, here's a question. Here's a sports radio question. Do you think they'll let the top tier of the railway? It'll
No.
always be the railway.
No,
stand.
they
No.
won't.
No?
They won't.
No?
I don't think it'll be that much.
Don't you think so?
Unless West Brom have it,
No.
because they'll bring a few, won't they?
Oh, crikey, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's FA
They get more for the FA Cup as well.
You
Yeah.
said you do, yeah, but you always worry about how much noise they can make, though, don't you?
Yeah,
Something like that.
that's
So
If we go 1-0 up, we'll be making more. Don't worry about it.
I'm not too unexcited about that, are you?
No, that's a decent
you know
draw.
what I mean?
That's a
As
decent
Rob
draw.
has said, it's a proper FA Cup
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It
Oh,
could have
yeah.
been worse. It could have been a lot.
And I mean, the worst draw that I think is, like, we're in the Championship, another Championship team away.
Yes.
That's such a
It's horrible.
nothing
Mundane.
draw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody gets excited for that. So it's a Premier League team. It's a derby. We're at home.
And you did right. I think the cameras might well be there. Do it. The BBC are listening tonight.
Outside chance,
The
because you know what they're
Football
like.
League show.
Yeah.
They put Arsenal on, didn't they, against Hull? What a boring game that is for TV.
Wasn't it great to see Blues first on match of the day the other night, though?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
great, brilliant. It was like the old times.
It
wasn't
was, yeah. Good question. A question for you guys. Buying the Villa, would you have preferred the Albion at home or Bournemouth at home?
The
Albion.
The Albion, yeah, definitely. Like you say, it's just another Championship team.
Yeah.
Bournemouth. And this is just, at least it's got some chew about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got something that
Yeah.
we can really we could really
Something
get
for the
stuck
fans
into
to look
this.
forward to, isn't it?
And also for the players to understand once again what St Andrews can
Yes.
be like
Yeah, definitely.
when we're on form.
Definitely.
And, you know, there's going to be a big crowd there.
Yeah.
We're probably looking at 24,000 again. Do you reckon?
Yeah, probably
24,
more. Probably more than the
24.
Derby game, because West Brom will bring more
Right,
than Derby because of FA regulations.
So it's just going to be a noisy old place.
yeah, it will be.
And it's revenue.
A lot of revenue streams coming in from that one. So yeah. I mean, just think if we like you say, if we'd have gone to Cambridge away,
Yeah.
the financial situation that we're in.
Yes, definitely.
You know, especially with the January window open and this and the other.
Yeah.
I think Panos
Pavlaki.
Why can I
I
never
know,
pronounce his
I
name?
know.
I must apologise to him personally because I just never say it. I think that you know, on a board level at Blues, forgetting parent companies and all that, I think they'll be very pleased with that.
Yeah. I think it
definitely.
ticks pretty much every box, doesn't it? You know, the excitement of the cup, derby, revenue, home game, chance of going through.
Yep. But
it's a good draw.
I'm absolutely delighted that it is a home game against West Brom rather than an away game against West Brom.
Yeah.
Because that gives, like I say, I don't know whether they have to split it 50-50. I ain't got a clue. Really don't know. But it's just good that St Andrews is going to at least be rocking once.
Yeah, it should be.
I think it's the FA get a tiny amount of the money, and then the other two teams share the other, like the rest of it. So.
George at George Thunder 96. You were lucky.
Safe.
You were only about 6 miles away.
Safe for another round.
Only about 6 miles away.
One team away, wasn't it? Because Villa were at home next game,
and
weren't they?
that's exactly what happened in the last draw as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
You know, so we were a ball away from playing them. George, I can strike that off my list now. Right.
Before we get going, should we just mention our competition? And then
by all means.
We can do it again.
I'll tell you what, Chris, why don't you mention our competition?
There's a competition coming up,
there is.
Right, of which Oli is going to give you 3 questions. We want all 3 answers on sent email form, actually, at chris@sports-radio.co.uk, and Oli's going to give you the 3 questions.
Do not write.
Do not put them on the shout box now.
If you do, you're eliminated from our inquiries.
And the prize is 2 tickets. That's one for you and your mate. If you've got a mate, free to our SRB evening at the Birmingham at Chelmsley Con Club. There you go, with Hoppy, Tatey, and Devilini.
Take your one. Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Right, off you
Fire
go.
away.
Right.
Question number 1.
So one of the guests, as you said, was Paul Devlin. What year did Paul Devlin first sign for Blues? That's the first time he joined, not the second time.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready for the second one?
Yeah, go on.
Second question.
The Blues play in the FA Cup at the weekend and against lower league opposition. Who was the last lower league team to beat Blues in the FA Cup? And the final question was Blues play Wigan on Saturday. Who was the last Blues player to score against Wigan?
There we go. Okay, those 3 questions will come back up just after half time. We'll do those again.
Yeah.
Do remind me though, Ollie, wave your pad at me or something, or belt me with something. You know,
And it will be the first email. The first email we get with the 3 correct answers.
Is that a debating point today, Chris, do you think?
Could be.
Here you go. Will Peter Panu return? Will Peter Panu return? You heard it first here.
It's like it's not actually a new year. It's like it's still the same.
You've heard the question here.
Yeah.
First on Sports Radio Birmingham on the Tilton Talk Show. Will Peter Panu return in any
Really
capacity
hope not.
to St Andrews? And if he does, what is his reception going to be like? Probably worse than the Blythe Spartans goalkeeper.
But the thing is, does he care? He cares about what reception he gets or anything.
Well, I don't know, what capacity it may or may not be. The question is, will Peter Panu return?
Do you want us to answer it?
Yeah, go on. What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
You don't think he will?
No.
Ollie?
I'm really worried now that you've mentioned it that he would. I didn't think about it before, but now you mention it, I would not be surprised. Although I do think Panos Pavlakis is doing a really good job from what we've seen.
From what we've seen, and he communicates with the fans, and he's out there on Twitter and wishing everybody a happy new year, which is all nice. It's good stuff. It's positive stuff because we do need that communication. And I'll go on to the Andy Walker situation shortly. And since we've lost Andy, we don't have that level of communication coming out of the club from any level. Tats doesn't seem to communicate like Andy, but an excellent communicator there, you know what I mean?
Although he is only just in the job, so you got to give him a chance to settle down. 'Cause it's a bit different to being at the Birmingham Mail.
He's been in journalism long enough to know how to write.
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
It's a bit different to writing, though.
I'd forgotten he'd taken
Twitter.
over. Yeah.
Come on.
It is different.
Yeah. Chris,
He is quiet,
will
isn't he?
Peter Panu
He
return?
definitely will. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has anybody asked me the question?
Will Peter
Nick.
Panu return?
You asked me as well, Chris, go on.
Will Peter Panu return?
And you
to
asked
the
me,
club?
Ollie.
Will Peter Panu return to St Andrews?
I believe so.
Welcome back.
Yeah. We've missed you,
You
Peter.
didn't think so?
We've missed you.
Right, okay, so no specific news from the ladies then, Chris?
No, not
All right, mate, we'll
Blues
keep
related.
updated week by week, and
Yep.
if anything crops up, then I'm sure you'll bring it to the fore.
I did see something about them being highly ranked.
Oh,
Today?
yeah.
Is that right?
That was the UEFA listings.
That's right. Yeah.
On their point scoring basis, we are technically the the highest ranked UK club
club.
in Europe.
Right.
Which is
Still,
fantastic.
that would obviously be based on last season's Champions League run.
Yeah.
So.
But again, of course, the unfortunate decisions with the referee and this and that, it could have been all so different.
Oh, of course, yeah. We could be going on another one, yeah.
We've done that one, but
we
it still makes
we've
me
done that
angry
one.
because
Yeah,
them girls put so much effort into everything,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, who went to the Blues Derby game?
I did.
Yep. Well, I was working, but
And you, Chris, you nodded? Did you go?
Where?
The Blues Derby game?
No, we didn't go.
No,
No,
where were
no,
you?
Sorry. I think I was being sick somewhere.
You were being sick somewhere.
Probably, yes.
Well, let me tell you,
Yeah.
right, in the competition that we have running, the closest guess to the ground, nobody got the 0-4, by the way,
No,
but
we
the closest guess was 22,384. The actual crowd was 23,851. It would have been 852 if you weren't puking your guts up.
Yeah. And who was that? Who was that got the closest gate?
Nat.
Nat.
Nat Peters, yeah. I predicted only 18,976.
Me?
A bit disappointed. You, Chris? 19,300.
Yeah,
I called the correct result.
You, no, not for that one. You didn't. No, 0-2.
Nil
You thought.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I meant
no,
result,
no.
not score. But
Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah,
Mm.
but having said that, on the Huddersfield away game, Capo, our Channel K, if he had predicted the 0-1, right, the actual gate there was 13,203, and he predicted 13,200.
Oh.
So he was three people out. So well done, Capo, for that one.
Well done.
You can read the first page of one of the books.
Yes.
We'll take a photograph of and put it online for you. Right, okay, so this competition this time round, I've lost my pen. I've got it now.
Right.
Is Wigan at home on the 10th, which is this coming Saturday. Like I said, don't expect 24,000 to turn up for it, but I'm going to go attendance 15,876, and I'm going to go for 2-1 to Blues. Chris Browne.
I'm going to go for a 2-0
2-0.
Blues, and I think you're probably in the right region. I think it's going to be there. I'll go for 15,112.
112. Oli.
For the attendance, I'll go 16,203.
16,203, and the score.
Even though they've been pretty poor this season, Wigan, they're not a team that you can underestimate, so I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. And Chris.
I was tempted with that. Attendance, I'll go 16,613.
Yep.
And I do think Wigan have got some good players. So I'm going to go 1-2.
1-2. Okay, no problem.
Capo's gone.
All right.
He's gone for a 3-2 win to Blues.
3-2, high
Goals.
scoring game, and 15-8-2-3, 5-8-2-3. Yeah, just 3 out, Capo, on your last one. Wasn't too bad, was it?
Yeah.
It's not bad going at all.
Good effort.
Right, okay, so any more of those that come through, then we'll pick those up. Right, yeah, the Blues Derby game, then shall I tell you my experience of the Blues Derby game? Yeah, I shall. Got there, went down the George to pay me £5 for the Blues Trust, but couldn't even get anywhere near the bar, so I still haven't done that. Gets in the ground, then it starts snowing. My son wanted to drive, and he's learning to drive at the moment, which I didn't have a problem with, but as soon as I saw the weather forecast, I thought, no. What a journey back, because it's quite hilly where I live. We couldn't get up this one hill. My Scott was outside the back of the car pushing it. He lost his £270 vape machine on the floor somewhere, never to be seen again. We lost 4-0. We had a horrendous journey back, and there's another steep hill that we have to go down, and we were literally going down this hill sideways on with another car coming towards us head on. And I was just saying, oh, beep, 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 sports radio things, some of them show. And how I managed to steer out of not hitting this car head on wasn't going all that fast, props, at no great speed whatsoever, but it was just it's a 40 odd degree hill, you know what I mean? It's just one of the ones you can't.
Yeah.
So we managed to get to the bottom of that and get onto the A50, saw another car overturned, another one in the hedge, another 4x4 in the edge. We got home about an hour and 12 minutes, hour and 15 minutes late. So thoroughly bad day all round.
What a great day,
yeah. And yours, Ollie, your experience?
Well, it was just a poor game all round.
It was, wasn't it? It didn't show up, did they?
Can't really remember much about what happened before or after.
Redemption at the West Bromwich Albion game. Redemption. That's what we want. We want that redemption.
Yeah. Although you can tell the difference. People were saying that they reckon we can push for the playoffs or even automatic. Yeah, you can just tell that they're so much better than us. Like no matter what's happened with Rowett.
Their finishing was spot on, wasn't it?
And Jordan Ibe as well, comparing to last season with us, different player.
Again, yeah. Mind you, having said that, that's actually happened to all of our players, hasn't it?
Yeah, it seems so.
So there's a little bit of comparison there, perhaps to be made. I don't know. Am I a cynic? I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, that's days gone by. Your day then.
Well, I was going to mention. Probably shouldn't say this as I work for them, but I thought the organisation in terms of hot food in the kiosk was appalling. They knew that it was going to be a big crowd. They knew it was going to be a lot bigger than normal. The hot food that they had on offer was exactly the same as a normal match day.
Right.
And our kiosk had run out. You know where my kiosk is on the Tilton on the corner of Tilton and Cop, a really busy one. And we had no hot food left before half time. It was a shocker. We were just doing. Everybody was just having to have chips because that's literally all we had left. So I hope they learn their lessons for the West Brom game. And seriously,
it's good, Chris. That even though you do work
revenue,
absolutely, you're very, very right. But even though you work from it, what I appreciate is your openness about it.
Yeah, I was a fan for 10, 15 years before working there, so I know.
And Blues have to listen to a guy in the know.
Yeah,
So I hope that somebody from Blues downloads this tomorrow and sorts the catering out, because there's money to be made there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no disrespect, we ain't got a lot, so every penny that comes in is a extra penny earned.
And I'd have had another pie if I'd have got there.
You'd have been sick again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mind you, it's revenue.
Yeah.
I'd have been sick for the cause.
Take one for the team.
Have you heard what Accrington are doing for extra revenue?
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yes. What? Right, I'm a little bit confused because I've only caught half the story on the way here. What is the deal with this Accrington Stanley Man United game that's not going to take place?
Oh yeah, so Yeovil and Accrington played the second round replay and Yeovil won.
Right, I assumed it was that, but I didn't quite get the whole story.
And the winner would have played Man United like Yeovil did yesterday. And to get some extra revenue, Accrington have decided to make 250 tickets that they would have sold for the game as match tickets for £20 that you can buy as just like a commemorative thing.
You can pay £20 to have a Accrington Stanley versus Man United ticket that never actually happened, but could have happened if they'd have beat you over.
No.
Well, we could have done that with when we got knocked out the cup with Stoke because Man United were next in the draw.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bit of a sorry, but that's
you could print anything. You could
piece of
say
paper.
Barcelona.
It's a piece of paper.
Blues versus Barcelona.
It's a
Might have happened at one point.
It's a piece of paper. £20. So you're going to swap a £20 note
That's
with a Queen's head on it for a ticket for a game that wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have happened. Not. Yes, it could have.
90 minutes away.
But it didn't. But it didn't.
No.
But it didn't happen.
You get your name in the programme to say thanks as well.
All right, we'll have a sports radio questionnaire on this then. Would you pay Chris £20 for a ticket for a game that didn't happen?
No.
Ollie?
No.
Chris?
Definitely not.
No.
Nick?
I'd like to know if anybody has bought one.
I think they'll sell.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, it's just
it's a novelty.
If you're an Accrington fan with a bit of money, you're never going to see Man. Yeah, you're never going to see Man United.
But you never drew them.
You could just make one yourself.
You never drew them. All right, okay. Why don't we print out? Why don't we print out? Birmingham City versus Man City tickets and Birmingham City versus Villa tickets, even though we didn't draw them. They didn't draw them.
No.
They didn't draw them. That's it.
Blythe could do it for the West Brom if they'd have played.
Exactly. Let's all do it. Let's all jump on the bandwagon.
We could have Birmingham City versus an SRB 11.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just play for 1 minute? I'm fragile.
Definitely never happened.
An SRB 11. Oh God, can you imagine who would be in it? Me, you, GA, Gabby, Chris, you, Ollie, Nat.
Yeah. That's it.
Capo. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Doco. We'll have Doco. We'll have Santa Claus in.
Doco in goal. With his cap on. There you go.
Stick Gabriel in there as well.
Gabriel. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Somebody to talk to Doco. It's a great team, that is.
Oh dear.
World beaters.
Oh God.
We've got another prediction come up as well for from Blue Obba. Blues to win 1-0.
Yeah, I've got that one.
down?
15,565. I've got that one
Fantastic.
written down. 15,565. There it is. Yeah,
Brilliant.
and a 1-0 win. Seems a little bit more positive than it did a few months ago. So
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
These home games are dead important for us to keep winning now, and get back, into winning ways at home. Because what we don't want to do is go back into the olden days where we went months and months and months with, no home win. And you saw by the Derby game that a few wins and a few bit of good feeling and a bit of Christmas spirit. 24,000 in the place.
Yeah,
and that's what we need to get back to. They are out there. And I can't make every game because I work quite often on early Saturday evenings, and just simply wouldn't be able to get back in time. But I wish I didn't, but I do, and that's just the way it is. Yeah. Anyway, right. Okay. So we've done the Blues Derby game to death. Then Forest away. Did you go to that one?
Yeah, I was.
And did you go to that one, Chris?
I did not.
You did not. And Chris, I dare take it you were still being sick.
Yes, I think I was.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll forget you. Ollie, your analysis on that one then.
Well, it was a great day for Blues. Good win. Although we didn't. Well, they dominated the game. Forest. We got to be honest. We just took 3 chances in a 10-minute spell that we dominated.
Isn't it funny that we did that in that game and then did that also in the Blythe Spartans game? In a very short period of time, bang, 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 game over. Right, here's my take on the Forest game. I was listening in on Twitter, as I usually do. I usually got my iPad on one network, my phone on another, and the TV on. Went to make a cup of coffee, all right? Sat and drank half my cup of coffee in the kitchen, came back in 3-0 up. Well, the other week, it was the Bournemouth game, and I was in Burton, and by the time I'd driven back home, 8-0 down. It's like, what's going on? I'm missing all these goals here, no matter which way they're going in. But good game all round?
Yeah, definitely. Donaldson did really well, his 2 goals. Cottrell for his work as well. Cadiz had a really good game against Antonio, who was a good player for them.
I thought both fullbacks were really good, to be fair. They both had a bit of stick over the season, but I thought they were really resolute.
Well, with Forest getting beaten yesterday, was it Rochdale?
Yeah.
Psycho looks a beaten man.
They played a full-strength team in that as well.
He looks a very, very, very downbeat, shrunken character, compared to what the Lion that he was when he played for England. I don't know. I think there's a managerial sack in there on the horizon.
Well, if he stays for a bit longer, then he could be losing his, because they've got him on quite a pedestal there, haven't they? So could be losing that.
And in fairness,
I will as a player.
And in fairness, I've always held the guy in great esteem because of his England performances and the passion and the pride that he showed when he pulled that shirt on. And I don't know, just sometimes it just doesn't work, does it? I mean, look at Lee Clark; it just didn't work, did it? Not that he's done an awful lot at Blackpool.
It's a similar case to when TF managed us. Nobody could have wanted success for Blues more than Trev.
No.
But it just didn't quite work out, and it's a similar stature to Pearce at Forest. So as you were saying, sometimes it just, as much as the fan to manager relationship might be high as ever could possibly be, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
And of course, our condolences to our little friend Capo on the loss of his granddad as well on that same day. Horrendous. And I know that we sent some private messages, me and him, and they stay private. But harsh times. Sometimes words can't say what you feel, can they? However. Shall we go for half-time now and then do the Spartans game straight after the half-time break and then wave your pad at me for this competition?
Okay, yes.
But do remember to look if you wish to have a go on the other competition for the 3 books. That's the Wigan home game. Put on your prediction, put on your attendance, and we'll calculate them next week and let you know if you won or not. Half-time. We're not going to blow the half-time whistle today because GA's not here.
I'll pretend.
Welcome back to the second part of the Tilton Talk Show, brought to you live each Monday night 7:30 through till 9 o'clock with Chris Pugh, Oli, myself and Chris Browne in the studio tonight.
You're listening to a recording of the Tilton Talk Show on srbradio.com.
We're actually broadcasting live, or we're going out on recording.
We're recording.
Okay, so I'll just headbutt the microphone. Ask those 3 questions again then, Oli, and let's see if we can get the answers. To what email address, Chris, would you like the answers sent in?
Right, we're back online. Chris at sports-radio.co.uk.
This is for the competition. We've just come back online, have we?
We have just come
Apologies to
back
listeners if you've still with us.
beyond our control. That was.
Don't know what happened. Some kind of server fault there.
Server.
Whereabouts are the servers, Chris?
They are UK based.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
UK
So not in Hong Kong or anything
No,
like that.
no, the UK based ones.
Or Macau.
Yeah.
Peter's on. Oh dear. Peter the plug.
Yeah.
Sorry, should I? Right. So Ollie's gonna Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 1. Blue Hobber. That was 2 minutes ago. Don't know who scored the goal. If you could give us an update on that, Blue Hobber, we'd appreciate it, because unfortunately we've been offline for a while. So right, here we go. Competition time then. This is to win 2 free tickets to the Conservative Club Sports Radio Meet the Legends, along with Paul Tate,
Paul Devlin.
And
Robbie Hopkins.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Off you go.
First question. Paul Devlin's one of the Blues players that's going to be there, or former Blues players. What year did Paul Devlin first sign for Blues? That's first time, not the second time. Second question. Blues played lower league opposition on Saturday. And who was the last lower league team to actually beat Blues in the FA Cup? And the third question is, Blues play Wigan on Saturday. Who was the last Blues players to score against Wigan?
There you go. 3 questions there, and you email those to
Chris at sports-radio.co.uk.
Okay, please don't put your answers on the chat box. Thanks, Blue Hobber, for the update on the scorer. Akin Fenwa,
The
Beast,
beast.
has managed to get the goal back. Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 1. That is quite a... I mean, well, Wimbledon are in the league. You know, I mean, they're League 2, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
You know, so... never underestimate this FA Cup.
No.
Not because it can just throw up so many, different things. It does every year. It never fails, does it? Rochdale against Forest. There was another couple of giant killers this weekend, wasn't there?
Preston beat Norwich.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sheffield United beat QPR.
That was it.
and Villa nil nearly drew.
Yeah. Villa scored. That was the biggest shocker there.
We were ripping them yesterday.
Not a massive gate at Villa Park, I remember.
Again, I don't care.
21,000.
Don't
Very
care.
poor.
I really don't care.
You do really.
I don't. I absolutely don't, Chris.
Oh,
I wouldn't care if every plastic seat was empty in the place. I really could not care that much. Believe me.
Have you ever seen Akin Fenwa, by the way?
He's massive, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is massive.
Huge.
He's like a double John Gale.
Yeah. If John Gale had eaten
It was
John
a big
Gale.
lad, yeah. It was a big
What,
lad.
sorry, Chris?
If John Gale had eaten John Gale.
Brilliant, yeah. What, in one go?
Yeah.
He is so, and how he manages to get himself around a football
No.
field is pretty impressive. And I can't see him being at Wimbledon for very long, to be honest with you.
No.
Somebody's going to snap him up. Okay, that means, of course, it's 8:45. The dreaded January window opened on Saturday, and we've already had a very derisory offer for Damari Gray from Bournemouth for 1.5 million. And my opening notes said, "Shove it." Okay, the club have told you to do that. They meant it. That sends out a positive message to supporters: is that we're not going to let these guys go cheaply now. Apparently, we've got a little bit of money in the kitty.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't got a clue, you ain't got a clue, we ain't got a clue how much, right, or the workings of it, but obviously there's been some cost cuttings with, Panu's wages, with Zigit's wages. Again, we don't know what is on this time round, but there's obviously positive things going on. We've signed Morrison on a 3.5-year deal, and for a club of our financial stature, to get a player like that for 3.5 years, I think is incredible.
Where's the money come from?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. Is it through cost cutting? Is it through you selling extra chips? I just don't know. I don't know.
It's that.
Huh?
I don't think it's that.
What, Chris personally?
Well, I bet you can knock some out, Chris, can't you?
Yeah.
Try my best.
Count at a time.
Every chip is one for
I
the
think
club.
I think you're right about the cost cutting, though. I think that's the big factor. You think about Wade Elliott,
Yeah.
Darren Ambrose, Hayden
Yeah,
Mullins.
yeah.
All those wages add up as well, not just Zigic's and
Yes.
Panu's.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money that's been left over that they've brought in from that, and leave all those players leaving. So I don't think Morrison will be on too much anyway, to be fair. But 3.5 year contract.
3.5-year contract for anybody at St Andrews now. Bear in mind, we've only had low knees and scrapes and this and the other. No disrespect to any of them, because they're all playing out the skins. But to get somebody on a 3.5-year deal, that to me lays like kind of a foundation stone. Do you know what I mean?
As you say, it sends a message as well, doesn't it?
And we've sent a message to Bournemouth. Don't come to us with your poxy £1.5 million for a guy who's at least worth 4 at the minute. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we sold Redmond for 3, and we were in a worse financial position.
Yeah.
So why would we take half of that when we're in a better financial position for a player that you could argue is actually better than Redmond at the time?
Let's really hope then that what Damari Gray has seen. I know he's an impressionable 18-year-old, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that he's seen Gary's professionalism and the other backroom staff and how they want to take the club forward, and maybe that's a retaining factor that he'll keep into his. Does he want to be sitting at Chelsea on the bench?
Yeah.
No, he wants to be out there playing football. He's playing for Birmingham. He's playing a decent game for Birmingham City Football Club.
Yeah.
If he stepped up to the Premier League, would he? I mean, I'm not going to disrespect Nathan Redmond, but he's not a name that you hear every day of the week.
No.
Right?
He only scored 1 goal this season.
Right. See what I mean? Nath would have been better off staying at St Andrews, and doing a couple more years there, or help us build the club back up from the scraps that it was. But no, off he's gone to Norwich, and he's not become a household name.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think it's burnout?
I just think sometimes, Chris, that when you're a team like Birmingham, in the position that we would, not only just financially but with all the low knees around it, and you get a little starlet come through, that starlet makes a little name for himself, and ask any club manager in this country who Damari Gray is, and they'll be able to tell you straight away. Why is that little lad from Birmingham City, 18-year-old man, he's going to go places. He's going to go places, but I think he'd be so much better off just staying where he is and getting his first team football regular, right? And then seeing how it all comes. He's 18, for goodness sake. He doesn't need to have a Mercedes-Benz car and this and the other at 18. You don't. Right? You need to pay your mum 40 quid a week. That's what you need to do at 18. And I'm not joking.
These young players are influenced by agents.
Yeah.
Agents are influenced by money.
Oh, of course. Well, that's how the game works, though, isn't it?
I think Gray's got a pretty good agent. I know that he is at the agency that owned Wayne Rooney. Like the guy that looks after Wayne Rooney runs this agency, and they've got some good guys like Brian Gunn, for instance, is one of the, I can't think of the word, like the young, they're like the kind of they're like a mentor. I suppose. So they have a lot of people that used to be footballers, know the top leagues themselves, that played there, that can mentor these sort of players into getting the right things out of their career. So it's got people behind him.
Every young player like Gray, you just have to show him people like Scott Sinclair and people like that. He had the world at his feet at Swansea. He scored a hat-trick in a playoff final. Decides to go to Man City, and he's played one game over 3 years.
Yeah, again, when was the last time you heard his name mentioned?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's going down the road, and I think. But by all accounts,
going down where? Sorry,
that B6, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So.
Right.
Interesting comment from Blue Hobber. What players do you think Blues will move on in January?
Well, Grant Hall's already gone back to Spurs, so that's one that's gone. If we can keep predominantly our starting 11 that we've had over the last 6 weeks, I'd be quite happy at that.
Yeah.
But I think Gary's looking at 30 players at the moment, 30 different individual players. All right, and we've apparently got some money to spend. So yeah, thanks Bournemouth, but no thanks Bournemouth. Ta-ra, off you go. And maybe the club have seen Gary's professionalism and thought, if we stick with this and stick our necks out just that little bit more,
trust him
in exactly what he's doing, because he's changed it without a shadow of a doubt. He's changed that team without a shadow of a doubt.
He's changed the team without changing the team.
You're dead right, yeah. Very good analogy, that, Chris. I'll give you 4 out of 10 for that one. 4 out of 10 that one. And maybe they're just saying, okay, well, there's a purse. Go and see what you can do with that, right? And then see how much further up the table we can get this year. Yeah. Maybe then playoffs are there. I don't know. We were saying this Christmas last year, then we ended up in the doldrums.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. I'd calm down on that, but yeah, you are.
I can't. Do you know why I can't calm down, Chris? Because I see such a professional man in charge of a football squad, yeah, and he portrays himself so brilliantly.
Yeah.
How does he portray himself to them players? He must do exactly the same, man.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. And I'll tell you what, he got their respect from day one by saying, whatever's a pass, you're playing for your futures now.
Definitely.
And I think he means every single game.
Yeah.
Interesting. Where's time gone to?
I don't know. Where has it gone
8 minutes to go. So, right, okay, what players do you think that we will move out in January then, Ollie? Any?
I'm not sure if it'd be that good of an idea to, and I can't think of the word again, like to make too many changes to the squad. Now, I don't mean that as in like need to keep the players that are good enough to be in the team. I mean that for the morale of the squad, if you keep a good player nucleus of a team that, so like for instance, unless you can bring someone in that's a lot better than what we've got at the moment, then is it really that bad if we don't bring anyone else in?
No, I mean,
over January.
It's not broke,
that's right, yeah. Another good analogy.
Should we do an analogy week?
You've got an analogy.
You had analogy Christmas. Should we do an analogy week next week?
I think so.
Remember that one week we did, what was it? We did cliches. Football.
Yeah, famous
full of them,
cliches.
wasn't it?
That'd be a good one. Yeah.
Right, every cloud's got a silver lining, so we'll carry on.
Don't start that again. It is a game of two halves.
But I agree. You know, do we need to bring many in? Well, perhaps we do actually. Perhaps there's some of them second teamers that Gary's already thought, well, you know, they just haven't cut it. So, you know, I'm going to have to make that change. Football's a harsh business.
Might change his mind after the first half on Saturday against Blythe. You know, if he's looking at those players and thinks,
at least he got a reaction from the players.
Yeah,
you know, and that has to be testament again to the management staff. Surely, all right, you're going at half time. That's props the first time that he's really rocketed them. We weren't going to beat Derby.
No.
Derby were on form. They were hot. All right, they were good. Yeah. We're talking Blythe Spartans here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
bloke that works in a
do
bar
you
scored 2
wish
goals.
to embarrass me in the press and the media tomorrow? I will throw a teacup at you.
Yeah.
So anybody that comes to mind then, though, to go.
Not really. Maybe someone that hasn't even been in the picture, like Ollie Lee.
Right. Do you think we'll hold on to Damari Gray?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Chris?
Yeah, I do.
Chris?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am sceptical because of BIHL. I am sceptical, right? Because they obviously pull the strings and other purses, etc., etc.
I think that would actually be better than signing another player, just for like it just shows how much things have changed.
Yeah.
If
there is a little bit of stability here, maybe. I don't know. Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, we're not this club that has to sell players anymore. We can reject offers if we don't think they're good enough.
You can have the corner flags, but we're keeping the players at a reduced rate, of course. Have you noticed, Chris, anything like you know with the equipment and everything at work? Is it all, you know, everything's maintained and sorted and
that appears to be all fine. Yeah.
It was just a stock issue.
Definitely, yeah. That's the only qualm I have.
Do you think then we were expecting 24,000 to turn up there?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Because we were told, because it was the Boxing Day, we were told, you know, as staff, this is going to be a busy one. So make sure you're in. You know, we were reminded that a number of times before the actual day, and we were reminded of it of the day. We were told it was going to be a busy one, and yet we had.
Do you think we just underestimated, you know, them people that perhaps didn't eat Christmas dinner?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly.
Like Chris.
Yeah,
too hungover to eat anything.
Maybe that's what they thought. Maybe they thought, well, they won't. You know,
there's so many contributing factors, and you think about it, like 24,000 people. How many of them are going to eat? Normally, I do. Boxing Day, I didn't.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Yeah.
Normally, I
as a club, you have to prepare for.
I normally go to that burger man at the back of the Tilton.
Yeah.
Right, and this time I walked straight past it.
Yeah.
I, you know, first time I've walked straight past it.
You walked straight past it towards the bar. Probably.
Yeah, but I only had half because I was driving.
Oh, well done.
I was driving back in the snow.
Yeah.
In the snow. Well, I was skiing back in the snow.
Yeah, but I just hope it's better. I do hope they learn the lesson for the West Brom game.
But logistically, it must be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
For them to get that right every time. You know, we're not used to 24,000 crowds now.
Bars all around the ground as well.
Yeah. I do hope we get it right, and I'm Oh, crikey, where's the time gone? Genuinely looking forward to the tickets going on sale, because I need to get mine. Block 11.
Yeah.
Get up there, make some noise again. And I saw Mr. Peters the other day. I didn't see Capo.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Can I just mention, totally off the cuff, England women versus USA women.
When's this one?
This is on the 13th of... I think it's the 13th. What's the Friday in February? Is it the
13th. Yeah.
Friday the 13th of February, 8 o'clock kick-off at Milton Keynes Dons.
Oh, right.
So it's not too far. It's only a £5 a ticket.
Maybe
USA...
maybe we can do an SRB thing.
Yeah, USA are arguably the best team in the world. They're in the top three. I'd put them with Japan and Germany.
Can't play football yet, though women can.
Yeah, very strange. I mean, they've been dominant for very long.
So top three, like, you got the United States, Germany are going to be...
Yeah, Germany are up there, and Japan probably still for me. Yeah, Japan are the current World Cup holders. Right. But that's just I don't know if anybody would be interested, but it's only a £5 at the MK Dons, which isn't too far. So.
Pretty good.
Full international.
I like Blue Hobber's analogy about the game.
Analogy
First half
again.
was like Fray Bentos, second half like Juventus. See, it's comedy. Isn't it? It's comedy. Love
It's
it.
always been comedy.
And Blue Hobber's saying maybe Oli Lee to leave.
Yeah.
As well. So,
you said that, didn't you?
and is drinking a lot of water healthy?
Yes, absolutely.
How's the diet going, Chris? Before we go,
Yeah, not too bad.
you still done all right over Christmas? Yeah,
3 stone 10 now.
310. Cracking. We should have sponsored you, see, mate.
Yeah.
You know,
Could have sponsored me over Christmas.
I'm going to put my petrol money together.
That's impressive.
Well, this has been the first Tilton Talk show of 2015. Ollie, smashing to see you. Great. I genuinely mean that. You're always welcome here. Friend of the show. Chris, friend of the show, you know that yeah, as always, great analogies, great points of view. Just love talking with you guys.
Yep.
The other Chris, we're all right. Back next week. Who's next week? GA, I take it, will be back next
I'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Nat Peters is back
Nat
as
Peters.
well.
So we're going to have a full house next week. You coming back next week?
Yeah.
Are you back next week?
No, I'm at uni.
All right, and you'll be in Warrington.
Yes.
Yes, that's one of our favourite places where we get downloads from, Warrington.
It is, yeah. Can I just say before we go, there's a show on afterwards, which it's part 2 of some of my favourite tracks from last year.
Okay, and then just give us a quick heads up on other SRB shows that go on through the week.
We've got that one. We've got Biscuit Boys coming up. We've got Capo shows. This is off the...
Channel K.
We've got Channel K. And we've got Matty's Adam's Addiction on Thursday.
Excellent stuff. Well, there you go. That's what we do. This is what we do. This is why we are here, because we love what we do. Sports Radio Birmingham. What a team. What an absolute team. We don't need a Gary Rowett because we inspire ourselves. But having said that,
Be nice to have him here.
Good analogy.
Having said that, we inspire each other. Good night, God bless, take care, keep right to the end of the road. Wigan, Saturday, get down there if you can, make some noise, and let's roar the Blues onto 3 points. Have a great week, see you next Monday. Thanks Chris, thanks Ollie, thanks Chris. All the best, and sorry about the little intermittent gap in the middle, but hey-ho.
Good night.
These things happen, even the BBC have it.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the Blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team down at